Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said forums like the one-day National Judges Forum on Human Immunodeficiency Virus HIV, human rights and the law are important and bring together stakeholders to combat the stigma and discrimination against HIV/AIDS within society. The forum was held at the Kingston Marriott in Georgetown, where Dr. Anthony delivered the keynote address. The minister encouraged the legal professionals to understand the health system and not only look at the stigma from a judicial perspective.
That maybe you can think about ways and means of how we can make some of our laws more progressive and reduce these obstacles to care. That is actually affecting people and causing them to get sick, because if care is available and people are not coming for care because of stigma, because they perceive that if they come, somebody would maybe talk their name, they're going to this clinic, and that sort of thing. That, in its sense, prevent people from accessing care. So this is an important thing.
Meanwhile, the Chancellor of the Judiciary Acting, Justice Janet Cummings Edwards, noted that the exercise will add to the knowledge of judicial officers, enabling them to better apply the law and standards to those persons living with HIV/AIDS. She added that Guyana and the Caribbean's constitutions have always worked to protect and create a safe space for persons with varying diseases, viruses, and disabilities.
We all know about Article 40 of the Constitution and its accompanying provisions or encompassing provisions about everyone being entitled to the basic rights to happy, creative, and productive life, free from hunger, ignorance, and want, and that right includes the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individuals. And there are other sections within the Constitution, particularly Articles 138 to 154, which guarantees these rights. And therefore, the delivery of justice to everyone in Guyana must accompany those constitutional imperatives. Equality of treatment for all is integral to our role as judicial officers.
Also present were Guyana's Chief Justice Acting, Justice Roxanne George, High Court Judge of Trinidad and Tobago, Justice Afison Quinlan Williams, and UNDP representative for Guyana and Suriname, Gerardo Noto. The officials posited that the forum would drive the equity needed in today's judicial society for persons living with underlying conditions. According to Noto, the seminar is a form of encouragement for persons to seek additional help if diagnosed with the virus.
Stigma, discrimination, and legal barriers still hinder the rights and dignity of people living with HIV, impeding access to essential services and justice. The evidence is clear. The more protective and enabling the legal and policy environment of a country, the lower the HIV prevalence and the more people are accessing healthcare services, including HIV prevention, testing, and treatment services.
The Judicial Institute of Guyana, the Judicial Education Institute of Trinidad and Tobago, and the United Nations Development Programme UNDP collaborated to organize the forum. It sets the pace for another meeting slated for later this year, where additional discussions on the role of the judicial system in the protection of persons living with HIV and other key populations will be discussed.